Love to you, Agape. Good to see each and every one of you who are tuning in this beautiful, bright, and blessed day for the brilliant way of meditation service that is, of course, facilitated by Reverend Dr. Michael. I'm Reverend Coco. I welcome you here. I'm truly grateful that you are dropping in, tuning in, and being actively present in meditation with each of us, with all of us this morning in community. The selected reading this morning comes from the book Luminous Life: How the Science of Light Unlocks the Art of Living by Jacob Lieberman. It can be found on page 101 of chapter 9 and is entitled, What Takes Your Breath Away? The quote is from Thich Nhat Hanh and reads as follows. Breath is the bridge which connects life to consciousness, which unites your body to your thoughts. Whenever your mind becomes scattered, use your breath as a means to take hold of your mind again. And the writing is as follows. Throughout history, human beings have employed prayer, meditation, yoga, diet, martial arts, psychotropic drugs, and guru devotion in hopes of awakening. Having used several of these practices during my life's journey, I can attest to their value. Eventually, however, I realized that awakening for me was not about employing specific disciplines meant to quiet the mind, cleanse the body, or experience an altered state of consciousness. It was gradually undressing my ego to reveal my natural state of being. To accomplish that, I spent a great deal of time noticing what was naturally catching my eye and what was normally obstructing my view of the world around me. As I became aware of the ongoing conversation occurring in my mind, I also noticed that I was holding my breath, inadvertently suffocating my cells. This revelation helped me to recognize that our breath is more than just our breath. So as you take a deep and cleansing breath and let it go, I take this moment to turn within to the living, loving, heartfelt, dynamic, substantive presence that is the beloved, the I am, the one that is from everlasting to everlasting, the energetic truth of being that animates all body, all being, all awareness, all life through all eternity, here and forevermore. How very grateful I am to tune into this, to be awake to it, to know that because there is no beginning and there is no ending, this everlasting, loving nature of life continues to be a way of profound opening, in particular through the living, loving breath, God breathing each one. It is good to speak the holy word, to evoke it, to allow and to know that before the word is spoken, before the breath is taken, the infinite, loving, profound intelligence of God is asserting itself through grace, through the energy and the power of unconditional love. So as I turn consciously, actively, powerfully, and dynamically to the one that is everlastingly itself, I'm grateful to bless this entire service, in particular, to hold high in resonant consciousness of divinity, Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, to call forth and know that that ever-pulsing energetic of profound luminative presence continues to enliven itself in myriad ways, shapes, and forms through this soul, through the compelling activity of loving, dynamic, spiritually awakened consciousness that is Reverend Michael. As I bless him, as I hold him high, as I know that loving intelligence once again asserts itself through the power of his total being, I bless him as he comes forward to facilitate this magnificent wide opening of the heart, the way of meditation. And as I bless him and actively know and engage the heart in direct knowing, then in a powerful way, all luminosity announces itself through Reverend Michael with love. through grace as beauty and elegance. So in deep gratitude, as I bless the service, as I bless Reverend Michael, as I bless all who are in attendance, I know this service is God's own, and given over to the spirit of love and life, it fulfills itself in wondrous, awesome, joyful ways. I surrender to the living word of love as the life I am. I'm grateful to know it is accomplished, it is done, it is spirit that has spoken, and I'm grateful to be in service to it. So in deep gratitude, I release the word. I let it be by saying, and so it is. Amen. Thank you so much, beloveds. Reverend Michael is on his way, I am certain. So we will continue to hold a powerful space through the energy of perfect presence in our souls. And he will be here shortly. Love to you.
Thank you. Good morning. Now, were you in meditation? Were you listening to the sweet sounds? Or were you in anticipation? We live in acceptance, and we live in the now. Welcome to the Way of Meditation service. You've heard a wonderful reading, a wonderful evocation, and you're now ready. The mind must be ready and ripe for that which is happening eternally, that which is happening all the time, of which most people can't even see it. They only see the surface tension of the personality, the surface tension of that which arose from time and experience. But in meditation, the practice of, and the insights derived from, you begin to see what's going on all the time. What's going on all the time? Abundance, beauty, intelligence, love, spiritual power, joy. It's happening all the time, everywhere. Most people live in a very narrow band of reality. And then they navigate and strategize how to eke out happiness from that narrow band of reality. It's humanly tiring. And what you end up with is a counterfeit happiness, a temporary counterfeit joy, because it's based upon a narrow band of reality and particular conditions that are necessary for that counterfeit happiness. When you dive deep into the ocean of bliss, the joy, the abundance, the happiness, the peace has zero to do with the condition, and it has 100% to do with your identity, with who you are and what you are. Who are you? You're an individual. Individual means undivided. You are an individual, unique expression of the all that is. What are you? Your life essence is the same essence of the all that is. So the who is a unique expression of the what. You're going into meditation to become aware of that. We have individuals that are tuning in now from Houston, Texas, right there in Rick Smith's home with his son Robert and his wonderful friends sitting in the living room, young folks, high school. They're getting a taste of an awareness that there's something about them that's magnificent and beautiful and wonderful and whole and complete. And ultimately that will become their foundation for living. So when they go on in life, their athletic prowess, their scholarship prowess, we based upon an awareness of their oneness with the wholeness that is intrinsic to them, to all of you. You may have derived certain things from heredity, certain things from your experience, skill set, and that's a magnificent thing. But ultimately, in the way of meditation, you're coming into a greater and greater and greater awareness that you are awareness itself. And in this field of awareness, there is a body temple, there's a mental body, there's an emotional body, there's subtle bodies, there's the world of phenomena. All of that is in your field of awareness. And with every insight, your choice increases. Your reactionary aspect of yourself decreases. And you're able to respond in the moment from your intrinsic nature of being in tune with that which knows all. Are you going to be a know-it-all? No. You'll say, I may not know it all, but I know the knower that knows. That's the presence of God within you. The presence of love within you, the presence of beauty, and the presence of joy. What's paramount in this? What's paramount in this is your day-to-day practice. If you're beginning, you just stop 5 or 10 minutes. Turn within, as we're going to practice right now. As you become more adept, you'll find that 5 minutes turns into 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 22. You'll find your sweet spot. And there'll come a moment where you will feel absolutely out of sorts unless you tap in. In the beginning, you're finding space in your life to fit it in. As you mature in it, your life revolves around it. You hear that? In the beginning, you're trying to fit it in. Later on, everything revolves around the practice. And psychologically, you feel off when you don't practice. And the insights, in this sense of belonging, the sense of being able to be alone and never be lonely, the sense of knowing that something's got your back all the time, the sense of feeling support, even in a field of non-support where human beings are concerned. That feeling tone of all of your needs being met, even when there's no visible evidence to it. That's priceless. That consciousness is priceless. Once you taste it, you'll be pulled by it perpetually and eternally. Let's practice. Wherever you are, find a nice, comfortable seat. When you become advanced, you can do an uncomfortable seat. But to start off, try to be comfortable. Later on, you can meditate anywhere. But right now, find a comfortable seat. Have your back straight, erect, but not rigid. Let's have the hands facing upward today as a sign of receptivity and availability. Let's put a little smile on your face. Let's just take your shoulders and put them up to your ears. Let's squeeze every body part. Face to release. And let the body just relax. It's going to take a few moments to be with the presence within us. It's never an absence. Remember that the innermost God and the uppermost God is the same God. For this presence is everywhere in its fullness. But the only, as Ralph Waldo Emerson reminds us, the only God you'll ever know is the God that you harbor within you. So we turn within. Establish a vibrational intention of waking up to the brilliance that's within you, the glory that is within you, the power that's within you. You're waking up to it. This is your intention this morning. You're attentive to your attention. You're aware of your intention. So your attention is embracing your intention. And the breath that's happening presently, you're simultaneously aware that your body's breathing. You don't have to manipulate the breath this morning. You just watch it as you're embracing your intention. Why? Because the breath keeps you present. Don't fly into the past. Don't flutter into the future. Just flow into the present, which is a sacred opening to the eternal now. And we always add this piece. You're sitting and you're listening with your entire being as if someone were about to tell you something extremely important. So you're soulfully attentive, reverentially attentive. And for the veterans, you're always reminded that you're sitting as if this is the very first time you've ever practiced the art and the science of meditation. This is the first time. Be with me here. The sweet silence, golden silence. Where is your attention If it's floating around, if it's in inner conversation, fantasy, projection, just bring your attention back to your breath, your sacred intention, and begin again, over and over and over again. Thoughts are jumbling in your mind. You're not doing anything wrong. You just become aware of them without engaging. Emotions come up. You're not doing anything wrong. You're doing everything right. You just embrace them without engaging. Sensations come up in the body temple. It's wonderful. Just watch. If you get caught, you come back to the breath, your intention, and begin again. Be mindful of your attention. You're gaining dominion over your attention. Where is it? Come to your intention. Come to the breath and sit in the silence for a couple of more moments. Another moment, perfect stillness, sacred silence, quietude. Be still and know that the I am God is in the midst of you. You take a deep inhalation, release, and feel your readiness, your availability. Your availability to the word spoken that penetrates the surface mind and goes directly to your soul. A word of such gratitude and thanksgiving and dynamic appreciation that we live in the realm of thankfulness. We elevate ourselves to the realm of thankfulness for no reason whatsoever or every reason whatsoever. We just become grateful right here and right now. We have the strength and the dominion to become grateful right this moment. And we allow ourselves to see that all of the power and all of the presence and all of the love that there is right here in its fullness, because it is everywhere in its fullness. Therefore, it must be where we are. Therefore, it is from this awareness of recognizing this magnificent presence of God and coming to a greater realization that I am one with this presence, that this presence cradles of me and envelops me and is within me and is me. I can speak this word of law for each and every individual tuning in at this precise moment and later on as well, that something wonderful is happening. That indeed something mystical and marvelous is taking place in our life. That have nothing whatsoever than the evolutionary urgency to express divine wholeness reigns supreme. Divine well-being is the order of the day. Divine health is the order of the day. Ever-increasing prosperity, pure joy, wellness, vitality, and vigor, success all across the board is the order of our day. I rise up into this frequency right now. And I draw each and every individual into this same vibration. Quantumly, I know as I'm lifted up, I draw all into the upper room. Come. Anything that would hinder, delay, deny, or obstruct this is dissolved into the nothingness from which it has come, never to exist again. And we are free. Feel your freedom. Your freedom from fear and your freedom to express your joy and your creativity. This is all happening right now. It's all happening in this moment. It's happening now, right where you are. I give thanks for this and allow it to be so. And so it is. So be it. Amen. Thank you for joining us in creating a center of coherence around the entire globe. Thousands of people joining in this moment of meditation, this way of meditation. Thank you so much. Thank you for telling your friends. Thank you for having watch parties. Thank you for inviting people into the sacred center this way. It makes a difference not only for them, but for the vibration of the planet that's so fitful during this planetary shift.